Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Wednesday, the 6th day of December, 2023, Wednesday of the first week of Advent. It is 19 days until Christmas Day. Today, we also honor the memory, it's an optional memorial, but we still honor the memory of St. Nicholas of Myra, the great forerunner of the understanding of Santa Claus, and the one who was able to provide for people in need during his time as bishop, during the centuries in which he lived. Where am I today? I am in San Diego. So I think you saw this sometime over the summer. This is the Church of the Immaculate Conception. This is the Friars Church here in Old Town San Diego, which rises behind me. This was the old convent of the Madams of the Sacred Heart. Now it's turned into some kind of tchotchke souvenir place. But it's things that happen. But there's the Church of the Immaculate Conception. Behind me rises Mission Hills, where there are lovely homes and things like that. And the friars are down here at the bottom, here in Old Town San Diego. Our readings for today, I'm here doing some meetings with friars, so that's why I'm here. I have to come back tomorrow, so it's going to be a very quick little trip to the West Coast and then back to the East. Our readings for today, again, the great vision of the mountain of God that basically opens the season of Advent, is continued today. And it's a very interesting way in which to open the season of Advent, with this great vision of a mountain that God will erect and that God will construct, and to which all people will come, that they will find peace, that the lion will lie down with the lamb, and the child will play by the den of the snake, and things like that. Now it goes on in this vision of being a place where a great feast will occur, which rich foods and choice wines, and always the expression of juicy, rich foods. What's a juicy food? I don't know. But this whole idea of a place of wonder and glory and merriment, and happiness and providing, that this is what God will do. This is what God will do. This great mountain, which will stand higher than any other mountain and be a place for which people to find peace and comfort and security in. Again, these are not just fantasies. These are not just to be wishful hopes and thinkings about what it is that God may or may not do. This is a truth that God says God will do, and God can never ever go back on the truths that God says God will do. And so Advent opens in this way, of a promise of a future that is filled with hope, that is filled with promise. Basically guaranteeing the fact that we as human beings will have a future, even though it may be very difficult to see at times the tragedies and the pains that we ourselves and our world experience. This is where the true test of faith kind of comes in, is really in this understanding of the season of Advent, is to really understand what it means, to be a people who put confidence in this hope, who put confidence in this faith that we are given, in these promises that God provides for us. In the Gospel today, in Matthew's Gospel, we have Matthew's rendition, or Matthew's interpretation of the sermon, not the Sermon on the Mount, of the miracle of the loaves and the fishes. In Luke's Gospel, it is 12 loaves and fishes, or whatever it is. Here in Matthew's Gospel, it's only 7. And again, whereas the 12 baskets that are left over in Luke's Gospel are kind of a metaphor for the new 12 tribes of Israel that had been fed by God, these 7 loaves and the 7 baskets that are filled with the remnants of them are likened to the new creation, which is why, again, it is used in connection with this reading from the mountain in Isaiah, and at the beginning of Advent, where we look towards the second coming of Christ, the fulfillment of God's promises, a new creation, not a creation that replaces the one that is, or that wipes away the one that is, but a creation that makes all things new. And this is, again, how God feeds. God notices a need, and God is concerned about this need. And it is Jesus who is the one who mentions the fact that it is also trash day here in San Diego. Is Jesus the one who mentions the fact that the people are hungry? In Luke's Gospel, it is the apostles who try to chase them away and say to Jesus, "They've been with us all day and they need to eat. Go and send them away." And Jesus then provides for them. Says to the apostles, "Find them something to eat." And the apostles all go crazy because they think they can't do that. Here Jesus notices the need, and Jesus basically says, "I'm going to fulfill it," and he does, with just 7 loaves of bread and a few fish. There's never a number given to the number of fish, but the understanding is that God fulfills needs. God allows needs to be satiated. God allows our wants and our dreams to be fulfilled. That this is what God promises in this glorious, wonderful, joyous season of Advent. It is not about penitence and waiting for God to judge us. It's a God who does great things because God wants to do great things for us. And God cannot but do great things for us because this is the kind of God who has entered into our lives. Continue blessed Advent, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.